I can make it like to the side like this, so it looks like I'm kind of in an office and not like in a home thing. But okay, so let's share the screen. I have way too many things open at once. It's so frustrating. Oh, here we go. Let's go to this. So what I'm looking for, um, bruh, will it just decline? Yeah, don't show for 10 minutes. Mm. And it's funny that random people just try to jump on my live thing. But I have to think about, no, get out of here. Who are these? I don't know these people. Damn, I wish you could see um, the cover that I want to use. Like this one looks pretty good. Oh, I would make this a different color though. Yeah, like we don't necessarily need that. I want something a little more tan. Yeah, something like this. And then make this like dark. Yeah, make that not gray but dark. Oh, that's a weird kind of color. I think it's a very I like abstract things. The productivity playbook. Um, so I think this would be cool. This is weird. I just don't know what this thing means. Like, give me like an abstract kind of like abstract shapes. Let's see what we've got. I don't know. I'm sure I got that from something that's like I don't know what it is about abstract art and graphics and all that type of stuff that I like, but yeah, it's cool. Oh, you know what I could do actually? I wonder if I have my logo up here. Oh, here we go. So get this, erase, and then there we go. Those are two of them, of course. And I need like a background remover. Bro, what's going on? Oh, there we go. Perfect. And then I just need this colored. Well, I kind of like. I feel like it's a little odd. I don't know if this is showing. Okay, good. So you can see it. Um, yeah, I don't know if this is showing, or if this should be bigger or what. Maybe that much bigger. I think the colors are just a little weird. I think that's really it. Like if I were to really do this, I'd have to. I think I would want to change. Can I even change these colors? I don't think I can. Yeah, I think you keep the blue. I think the orange is what I would want to change. Like make it something like this. Yeah, and then the blue. I don't know. This is crazy. Yeah, the blue might be something different. I wish you could see it. So I'm trying to design the logo for the productivity playbook because this cover it's gotta come. I actually kind of like this, and then kind of take this and let me duplicate this. I'll put it down here, and then like that. So this is going to be the cover. I don't know how to get the cover on Canva to copy onto the other thing. But I think this would be a really good cover. And then the thing is, I will with the cover. This is the cover. I'm gonna add a page. It's gonna be like white, and then I need an explanation of better growth. Okay, so let me go back to, and then I'm gonna show you how AI kind of works. I think that's like a good one. Let me stop sharing. Well, actually, let me. So, oh dang, AI's talking to me. That's funny. I thought it was like somebody. I am. What is it? 480. I think I want to share. I want to share this just so you can kind of see Claude crushing it. Claude is so much. Honestly, Claude's so much better than ChatGPT. Like ChatGPT is my backup now. Backup. 480 4321, and what is it? 602 649. Pretty sure. Oh, that's put the let's see what they do. See if it figures it out. I like Claude because I think Claude's so much better at strategizing. I always feel like ChatGPT. I feel when I talk to ChatGPT, it really seems like I'm talking to AI, but when I'm talking to Claude, I feel like I'm talking to like a strategist. So that's so cool to have all that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Boom. And then let's see. I wonder if let me put a text. Oh, let me stop the share and then stop my share. Yeah, I feel like Claude is definitely a strategist when it my freaking thing is always dying. My computer is like, oh, they have a lot of bangs left. My computer is probably 10 years old or almost 10 years old now. At least this computer is probably 6 or 7. No, it's like 5 years old. Yeah, I think I got like a 2021. It's like 5, but I think old enough though. It still like works pretty well. I get surprising. It's surprising how well it works. But yeah, oh my goodness. People just like, come on. I didn't know this is my first actual TikTok live. I never. Okay, cool. We'll just pop on. Yay. Okay, we gotta fix this. This is crazy. Like, what is this? I mean, it's not like terrible, but it's just weird. Okay. And I gotta find. Okay, let me like. I gotta help. No, that didn't help at all. Hmm. Okay. Actually, you know what I should do is well, I should make this like way shorter. Ultimately, yeah, that's what needs to happen. Let me get a shorter version of this. Oh, I'm not even freaking. Am I sharing? Okay, I'm sharing. Let me get a shorter version of this because this is sometimes like you have to tell Canva. Okay, wait, this shorter. Just slightly briefer. There we go. I don't know how. All right, there we go. Let's go back to the thing. I think this looks better. That's LMSW. Is Army infantry veteran with over. It's just like I feel like the about the author should be central, but this part should be a little bit more like yeah, because I have to figure out a way to make this productivity journal, but also um, but also kind of promote the businesses, you know, because even though Verdant Therapy only does therapy in Arizona, Better Growth could do consultation and workshops and burnout prevention services anywhere in the world. So I definitely want to promote that. It's in a licensed message. Okay, so I don't even say LMSW. Say Luca Okan is an Army infantry, and then I don't like the font. The font sucks. What is this? Cinzel? Like, bruh. This is no, not to all pages, just this page. Yeah, Open Sans is better. And then this, I think 12-point font's good. Okay. Maybe this morning or try to say something. Are you feeling? AI is a trip. AI is like tearing this thing up. How are you guys feeling? A lot of people are joining, but nobody's saying anything. Like, I wonder where everybody's from. This is kind of interesting. This is unexpected, actually. It's probably the better. My computer is so slow right now, though. Like, once I get a computer, I'm definitely going to, once I get a new computer, I'm definitely going to prioritize computers that work really well, are really fast. Okay, let me bold Better Growth LLC. There we go. And then let me bold website because I feel like those are keywords. I just want to like make sure they're out there. Okay. And then let's get this. Boom, boom, boom. Bruh. So frustrating. It's still gonna like be collapsed. See, like when it's here, it's well spaced. I don't know why on Canva when you put things like when you copy and paste something from like a Word document or from anything, it comes in, and I feel like the wording is a little bit too close to each other. So that's why I'm like, ugh, yeah, we gotta do something about that. And I don't want to say like the word LLC either. I just want to say like for better growth. I just want to say better growth. Like that's who they are. Okay, cool. Okay, now is there a way to change the spacing between the words? I don't know. What are some copy, duplicate, align to page, create component, comment, lock, link, translate text? Yeah, I don't know. I do want to put a like a QR code. I think that's just the easiest thing to do. Yeah. Let me see. Let me go to this. Let me pull up both. Let me make sure I'm still like sharing. Okay, good. Let me pull up both websites. Yeah, I definitely think of the two websites. Verdant Therapy is a lot better. Verdant Therapy is way more. It's much clearer. Um, yeah, I've really simplified it. I watched some like landing page video about like just like what to do with your landing page, and watch I'll actually show it to the live audience. Stop blue. Okay, let me share my Verdant, and I made this website with Lovable.com. Um, it's dope. Boop. Okay, so we on this thing showing me with Lovable. It's real good. And one thing that so when I watched that landing page video, I was just taking notes, and then I put the notes into Claude, and I told the Claude, give me um, give me prompts for lovable.dev that follow all this advice from these notes. And then it's like it had like 8 steps. And then I just copy and pasted the prompts from Claude into lovable.dev, one after the other. And it just built this website. It was well, I had the website already built, but it changed it and made it like kind of make sense. So I like the green though. I wish I can get my business to have the same type of green. I just don't know how to get them to reflect. But it had everything. Like, and one thing that well, so one thing it had was like the split screen. So it wanted like a picture on one side, and then like a clear explanation of what this is on the next. And that's why I really specialized in, which makes sense for me to specialize in veterans specifically. And that I think a lot of people that do veterans want to do veterans and first responders, and they're closely related. But I think with, for example, if you're an EMDR or a trauma therapist, the stage in trauma for veterans versus first responders may be different a lot of the time. A first responder is more likely to have a traumatic experience that just happened yesterday or a week ago, whereas a veteran is more likely to have a traumatic experience that happened like several months ago, even several years ago. That by itself requires a completely different type of EMDR therapy. So, like, it is different. It makes sense if it's like, okay, I specialize in just veterans or I specialize in just first responders. That makes sense because like the trauma, just the timeline of when the trauma is more likely to happen is different. Um, hmm. And then I think it's a different experience for like police officers, for example, to almost be like kind of like put in harm's way within their own country versus veterans that are put in harm's way overseas. You know, I think that's like kind of because you're in a different culture, and then it has like a different type of I guess yeah, it's a different environment when you're in harm's way. And then another thing is the concept of coming home is different for veterans and first responders. So like a veteran may be coming home from like a deployment, but also maybe coming home like when they're getting out of the military, back to maybe their own city, their own like neighborhood they grew up in, like me. Because that environment might have changed a lot. It might have been years since you've seen it, or maybe you just saw it on Christmases or whenever you had leave. For several years, like for me, it was 8 years. I would come back to Phoenix like once every year, maybe once every 2 years. Sometimes I wouldn't come back for a year. I think there was a couple of Christmases I didn't come home, but um, then I moved back to Arizona, and it was like, wow. You start to notice the details of how things have changed, But for like a police officer or a firefighter or something like that, it's like you go out, maybe something crazy happens, and then you come back home that day. That's like a different experience. It's a completely different experience. So I think, yeah, the that's why I didn't feel comfortable saying like veterans and first responders, even though it kind of like they're and there's a lot of first responders who were veterans too. So that I think like, as things develop and I get more experience, then maybe I'll like include that, like veterans and first responders, and then like first responders who were veterans. Um, but I think for now it's like veterans. I feel a lot more comfortable with that because the thing that I feel like makes the most sense for me in terms of seeing people is that search for mission and purpose in life once you like are out of the military, um, and then on top of that, the trauma associated with it, which is a big reason why I did EMDR. Like I got EMDR basic trained. Like that was like really important for me to help across Arizona. But yeah, this website, like it. Oh, one thing that it does do that I thought was really important for a website is that it has a book. It has some sort of thing that allows you to go to the next step or book a schedule on every single part of the page. Like there's no every part has book it, reach out today. Yeah, and then the next page has schedule a free consultation. The next page has reach out today again. Like every single part of the page, you can't button that will allow you to reach out. And the cool thing about Lovable is that it gives you like analytics. I didn't even think about that, think to even look at it, but it told me that like people are spending an average of 3 minutes on my page. Um, it shows that I get like a certain number of views on like the first page, the home page. I think it like points out, and then you can put the analytics. Like I basically put up the analytics on lovable.com, that website, pulled up the analytics, copy and pasted everything on the analytics, pasted that into Claude, told it to give me an analysis of everything. And then Claude gave me an analysis of like what the analytics are really telling. Because I don't know. Like I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, they spent this much time on my page. They spent more time on this page than this. I'm like, I can just like guess what that means. I finally got my newsletter done, so that's good. The quiet wait after the uniform comes off. Reads on Substack. So yeah, I think it's all pretty cool. I don't even remember why I came here in the first place. Oh, I know what I was doing. I don't even know if this will like work. We go back home, it does. Good. Okay, so I'm putting QR codes on the journal. So let's go back to the journal. Let's go to elements. Let's go to QR codes. Go to search. Boom. Boom. Generate QR code. Boom. Look at that. Generates a QR code. And then I got to put something on here that says like burden therapy and wellness or something. I'm just going to copy this whole thing. I'm just going to duplicate it. Like I don't care. But I don't want it to be like super small. Never mind. This is very difficult. Whoa. Okay. 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 Perfect. Okay, I gotta show you guys this. This is perfect. Stop sharing. Okay, let me show you how I play with this thing. Oh, so now we're here. We got this one. I might want to put this down a little bit. There we go. No, and making it so like. There we go. Okay, cool. And I'm gonna do it outline for better growth. Duplicate, bloop. Yeah, I want to make it really easy. Go to growth website. So right now I'm on Canva, just messing around. Oh yeah. Okay, perfect. Let me and yeah, I wish that I didn't. I gotta change this website. Like, it's got to be a lot different. Yeah, I'm gonna simplify it. I was watching an Alex Ramosi video not too long ago, and it takes you like to my what you call it. That's cool. So now you can see my. I'm not really looking at my YouTube share. I'm like looking at the screen itself, but you can see my Better Growth website. So you can see like this website's a little more confusing. It's just way more words. I think what'll end up happening, I'm gonna use the same prompts that I use for Verta if I can find them. Hopefully I can find them. But I definitely want to kind of split this in half. I kind of want to just simplify this, but I need to simplify the service. Look how many tabs I have. I have like a million tabs. I'm glad that I have a newsletter tab. I don't even know what that really um, goes to. Wow. Yeah. Managing two websites is a little bit too much for me. That's funny. Okay. So let's make a QR code for this thing. All right. Well, no, wrong one. There we go. Okay, so QR. Now let's. Code. So it makes it so big. Bruh. Like, make the thing smaller. Okay. How does that look? Oh, it's a little bit smaller. Let me see. Oh yeah. They don't, but I think it's pretty cool. Okay. There we go. So we good. A little bit bigger. First thing you reach. Let me see. I used to have with better. So I used to have Better Therapy Now, right? That was like the first kind of just like business that I started, and Better Therapy was interesting because make this white. Like this doesn't even look like it's actually white. It's like light green. Bruh, I need a lot. And it seems to be white. Like it needs to be not light green. It needs to be like white. Because what you call it is. All right, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just like thinking too much. Okay, so I think this looks good. This will be really good. And then I want one of these. I want this here, and then I was actually thinking maybe in the back? Because I kind of want, is this actually showing? Yeah, so now what I have to do is I have to find this page with the product, because this is going to be the cover, and then this will be the second page after that, and then it'll go into the actual book, which starts with this. Yeah. I wonder how can I copy and paste it? I wonder if I can. No. I just said copy, and then I was like, hold on. Duplicate page or okay, so this. Well, no, this is because this is the same thing, right? Okay, cool. Let's see what happens. What the hell was that? Well, let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can. So it kept that, but I want to like. I don't know what I have to do. I thought you can do it thing by thing. Oh, that's so much bigger. That's not good. Fuck. Maybe there's. Hold on. Let me like undo this because maybe there is a. Oh, here we go. Okay. So let me ask Claude if there's a way. Because basically it's done. Like the productivity playbook is basically done. Okay. Complete. Ah. Okay, so I can open them in two different browsers. That's what it's telling me to do. Okay. I have this right here. Yeah. Okay. So we have. There we go. would use that on me. Right. Hmm. The website for a book product. Yes, design. How do I? Okay. I can't tell. There we go. There we go. But I didn't want it to go up. I wanted to go down. So the easiest thing to do is just to duplicate the page. Yeah. Because then it just, boom, it duplicates it there. Right. And then you have this, and you just erase this. Boom. And then boom. And then you can go here. And then I'm trying to figure out how to copy and paste all this. Copy, paste. Okay. Oh, it did it, kind of. I have to adjust some things, but it, for the most part, did it. Okay. We just have to make this smaller. And this is smaller. Like 23, what's this? 19. How does, I don't know. Hmm. Okay. Okay. 29. 17. And you have to also, like, yeah, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Like, I don't see how it's so much bigger. Unless, no, I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense, actually. Because how is this like that big? You know what I mean? Okay, center that. Okay, this is here. Oh, and this thing. Ugh, great. Where do we actually want this? Okay, probably somewhere around here. There we go. I'm trying to like finalize this part, but it's a challenge. Good. I think part of the problem is that. There we go. That's okay. And then I'm gonna have to change this color. I just need to be like tan. Give me like a. There we go. Perfect. 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 Okay. Okay. So now what I need. Okay. I need to duplicate this again. This is looking good. Duplicate this again. Blue. Okay. Is it duplicated? It was not duplicated. Okay. Bruh. I need this thing to lock in. All right. Now duplicate. There we go. geez, just like, okay, and then we'll do. So yeah, this is kind of fun actually. You just like, now to back to this. I don't even know if you can see all of it. This is a lot to do. And it's gonna, the problem with it is that it's going to like, it's gonna copy it a weird way. Oh no, no, no. It didn't copy it too weird. It didn't copy it too weird. I just don't, how is this 12? And this is 11.3. That's what is so strange. Actually, I need this whole thing to just be smaller. And I don't really understand this part at all. And then the next thing that's important is copy, paste. And it's just like huge. You know what I mean? Like, why? What happened? Is it? And this is only at 61, but that's at that. It's just very strange to me how this is working out. You know what I mean? And look at this. Like, is the font different? Oh, is that why? What's the font here? Oh, it's multiple fonts. Why would it be different? Hmm. It's- oh, here's- Okay. I mean, this is really small, but I'm just trying to figure. Well, now it looks like it's way too small. Like, what just happened? Whoa. Look how much bigger it gets. And if you put this, it's like huge. Just 8. Okay. 8.5. Okay. 9. Okay, 9's good. Okay, cool. Okay. This thing's having a really hard time. I swear. Oh, okay, that looks a little bit better. Okay. Okay, cool. Not sure why it's popping way up there, but cool. Okay. All right, cool. So we got it. Oh, man, lots going on. It's a lot going on that page. But I think we're good. I think the one thing we want to do is like move this over a little bit. There we go. I don't know. It's really hard to like. Oh, this is gonna be. I don't know. We'll just make this a little bit smaller. Okay. So we are doing pretty good. Let's get rid of this one. guess it's Saul, but it was a bit crazy. A bit crazy. Whew, that was a lot. Okay. Productivity journal is, I think, really close to complete. You know, this thing has been a long time coming. So now, okay. So I think I have everything in it. I think the only thing like, how would I want to end it? It's just like, because I don't really want like a weekly wrap up. I'm just like, you got to go. It's already like 100 and some pages. Yeah, like even with that, it's 190 pages. You know what I mean? So I have to think about how I want to end this. Mm. 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 I think the thing I need to add to the product, I think what this needs is it needs a page um, that's just a weekly wrap up. You know, like that's what it needs, and then I put 12 of those, and then it needs. So those are the last two things that it needs. All right, let me look at my calendar this week. I think this is good. I think the thing that needs productivity playbook. And I want this weekly wrap up, one page. That's it. Like literally one page. Or maybe it should be 2 pages. Yeah, because then it'll be like keep it consistent, so it's not switching back and forth between, you know, the day starting on this page and then going to that page. Like I want it to be even, basically. So that means I'm adding 24 more pages, and then I'm about to copy. So I'm about to make the weekly wrap up, which shouldn't be too hard, but I'm gonna have to also copy and paste that into every week. So it's gonna be basically around 12 weeks. So it's a 90-day journal, and then I'm gonna have to do like a quarterly wrap up. You know, so which is almost like guiding you through a quarter meeting. You know, what are your wins? What are your losses? Um, and probably like some sort of in the beginning before this whole thing starts. How do I get? I want to like. So you go through this, you go through this thing, and then I would need something to take to like be able to explain like what are your goals for this quarter. Because I think this does a good job explaining like what this is going to be. But once I explain the deep dive question, and then after that, I need to explain. Yeah, good job. I need to explain like yeah. So quarterly wrap up, 2 pages, and then develop three goals. I like 2 goals. Yeah. personal and business. I think the one that so the things I'm really taking out are, yeah, I don't care about the routine. I don't care about any of that stuff. All I care about is like your BHAG. Like, yeah, like it's gonna have a BHAG. It'll have a Y, and it'll just have like setting your personal 90-day goal. Setting your personal 90-day goal. Yep. And then that'll be it. So yeah, it'll be 2 pages. Your personal 90-day goal, your business 90-day goal. Yeah. I'm taking out the calendar. I don't use it, so like I don't really need it. And then it just goes right into it. How does it end? Yeah, so it has this. Yeah. And then just go back to next week. And then how does it end for the quarter? It has a lot of notes. Week 13 reflection. And that's it. Okay. Yeah, I'm like all up into this thing. This is like my thing right here. I'm gonna make a lot of these. I still haven't even talked about. So, okay. I'm grateful. Bye. Okay. So put to a journal, awfully daily scorecard. Right, cool. I think this is it. I think we're in here. Now we can go into this. Some people like joined and left. It's hilarious. Oh, like nobody's saying anything. Everybody's just like, and then AI. Okay, cool. So what's the next thing? How long have I been here? I wish my light worked, but it keeps going out. Yeah, like it pops on and then it goes out. I don't know. Who's that? Hey. Oh. At U2Ocon774. I'm not even sure like when I came to that. Anyway, it's already been an hour of streaming. I have a lot of notifications. Lauren Lauder. Okay, let's put on it again. Oops. Oh, I have another person. So I've been trying to get on a podcast really hard. So I have one lined up. I have my first podcast that I'll be on lined up for this Friday. So I'm trying to get on it. I really want to get a recording, put it on, so I can put it on my own. Oh, my live will end. I'll have to like, oh, dang, this thing is burning up. Yeah, come on, bro. Be on. This thing might shut down just because it's hot. But I'm going on a podcast this Monday or this Friday at 1:30. So we'll see how that goes. I've never been a guest. She gave me some questions. I need to work on those questions actually. Um, and then we'll kind of go from there. Let me see what else I have. I think I'm gonna live share my calendar because right now I'm in the weekly planning portion of the morning. I really need to start doing the calendar for the day. I really need to start doing this at night. So today's pretty packed. I mean, oh shit. Oh, I don't have Karina until 3. So I have this at 9. Bro, I need to leave. West Valley Regional Chamber. Did I even pay for this? Like, I don't even know. Women in Business. Okay, let me see. Let me just check if because I really don't even know. I think I just like went in there and said, "Oh yeah, I'll do this." I think it's one strategy that I'm really a big proponent of. Oh no, they got me. Yep, I paid for it. Our Women in Business events tomorrow at 9 a.m. And this is from when to when? 9 to 10. Cool. Litchfield Road. Yeah, I gotta leave at like probably 8:30 at least at the latest. So I have a 9 a.m. Women in Business meeting. At the Chamber of Commerce. Find the perfect bid for your business. One page. Don't care about that. Partners in treatment. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. This is kind of cool. Thousands of public sector bids, one platform. No, get out of here. That doesn't even make any sense. You could just. So one of my big plans is to win a government contract. It's kind of like a long-term play. And there's like I met with a consultant who like just for free, like he was just interested in talking to me about his services. And it was like him and a partner, and they were trying to sell me on like them consulting me while I guess we work on me winning a government contract, like a bit winning a government contract together. And I'm like, bro, who is gonna buy this? Because it was like really high prices, and it was like monthly too. Oh, it was crazy. I was like working with him. I'm like, the service actually could be good. Like people would buy into it, but I think you would need a couple of things. One, you would have to if you were going to be a consultant that helped other people win government contracts, you would have to basically start out saying like you don't pay anything up front. I work with you to get this government contract for as long as it takes, And then once you win the contract, then I can, then you pay me. And this is how much you pay. And you're going to have to just set that price. You have to figure that, like, that's the only way I could see that type of business working. I could not see that type of business. I'm on the, because like Apex is available all over the country, and Apex is really good. And that's their whole mission, is just to help you find government contracts. And it's like really good. They meet, you can set up meetings as often as you like, whenever you want. They'll meet with you. They understand the system. They'll help you set up your profile. They'll kind of just like walk you through everything. They'll explain everything to you. They do a lot. Yeah, they'll like hold your hand. They'll take you from like not knowing anything about, because it's a complicated system, obviously, not knowing anything about it, all the way through the process on SAM.gov, on all the procurement websites. They'll help you search for things. They'll do all that. And like it's like a really good service. So to have like a consulting agency, I think the only way that you could bypass that perfectly free service, Apex, you'd have to either like just hope that nobody knows about it, so all your customers would be people that just don't know about Apex, or you'd have to offer it for free until they win that contract, and then they'd owe you a set amount, and you would just be working, because it's like, what sort of work would you be doing during the waiting phases? A lot of it is like doing something, like one small thing and then waiting, and then doing another small thing and then waiting, and then so it would take months and months, maybe years, for them to actually win a contract if it's their first contract. And then if they've already won a contract, then they would need your help way less. Yeah, so that whole population of people that already have contracts don't really need your help, because what they're offering is something really basic. And the other thing about it was that they were showing me like kind of like a website that they had that kind of like summarizes, oh, these are all the contracts that are available. And I'm like, okay, well, what about OpenGov? OpenGov does that for you, and so does BitNet. It does that for you. So why would you? Yeah, and then you can just go on the individual procurement sites. That doesn't make any sense. I'm like, and then so when I met with them, I asked, I was like, oh, do you guys have any testimonials or like Google reviews? And that basically, like, that ended the conversation. Like, it was no more conversation after that. Yeah, because they didn't have any. Like, what, like, prove to me that you guys have done this successfully. Yeah, it was a trip. Okay, I'm gonna listen to half of this provider meeting while my morning is crazy. Then I got to go to the Bridge, 11 a.m. Bridge networking meeting. And the Bridge, so basically my morning is not right now. I'm just doing kind of my daily scorecard, as much as I can do of it. Then I have to do the Empowering Women in Business. I'm going to do that. Then after that, DDD monthly provider meeting. I'm going to listen in. This is virtual. I hope I have a link to it. Of course I don't. And so I need to put the link to that. Hold on. Gosh, I always do this. I don't even understand myself. It's like, bruh, I'm going to be in my car. Okay, let's see. It's so insane. Some of these people that invite me to be on my TikTok are kind of scary. Not gonna lie. Like they're calling me. They're like inviting themselves from like super far away. That's the first thing that's really scary. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I don't even think I can. I think I could probably get into the recorded meeting, but I don't know how to log into the actual meeting. Let me see. Oh, this is from 2025. This is this. So they did record the 514 meeting. So I could like listen to that one. I'd be listening to these things like a month late because I don't know how to get in on the. Let me see. Yeah, I want to attend these DDD provider meetings, but I just need to like email them. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. I already know. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see if I'm in there. I don't think I am. Okay, so that's not in there. Okay, regarding common compliance findings, monthly provider meeting. Okay. Yeah, I already put this in there. They literally don't. Okay, can I? Because they don't even send, maybe it's in my spam. Even if it was in my spam, like it would still show up. Like, look. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. Listen to it, it's gold. Yeah, they're making this hard. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to get on that provider meeting. Oh, wow. So the divisions unit hosts monthly meetings for specific provider types. Just can't submit topics to be considered for provider. Okay. Printable schedule. How about like, can I log into this meeting? Bro, they're not sending any type of emails. I should call them. Yeah, maybe I should call them. Just call them like, bro. $1009. Okay. Just ask for need link. If not, I'll just if not, what I'll do is I'll do this recording because I think, let me see. It'll take me to an external website. Yeah, I just have to like set up like this. That's really cool. I don't know if this would work. How long is this meeting? It's like a 2-hour meeting though. Yeah, I think what I should do is just like do a little link. Yep, and then go into my so I'm gonna throw the link in here. I'll listen to the May meeting. I mean, no matter what, it's good. And then there you go. Okay, that's probably the best I can do. Bridge network. So the bridge networking. So the reason why I'm going to the women empowering women in business meetings, because for my better growth product, it's all about burnout, mental health for employees, and in high stress jobs, getting them ready for the work. It also has a productivity element, and it also has like an onboarding element to it, like attracting the right people and giving them what they need to be successful in their job. And I think right now specializing in just what I know: social service organizations, addiction treatment centers. I think DDD companies like ABA, because they're structured very similar to an addiction treatment company. Even though the people they're serving are different, I think it applies as well. And a lot of those businesses are owned by women, and I feel like women business owners are attracted to the service in general a lot more than male business owners. That's just what I've seen. So I go there, I'll pass out my card, I'll attend. I paid. And then the DDD monthly provider meeting is just me trying to learn more about the DDD world, because I think there's potential there. And also what's wrapped up in that are ABA companies. I think often like people that give ABA services also, they're more ABA treatment and DDD providers are much more closely related. And sometimes they provide both services under the same house, much more than addiction treatment and social services. So social services will be like kind of one thing, addiction treatment separate from that, not necessarily the same thing. Sometimes those are together though, sometimes. And then because there's like an individual therapy aspect to it, so they have a lot of the same professionals, and they're licensed therapists, and that's kind of the world that I came from. And then I think another thing that makes them closely related is that social workers work on both sides. So there's a lot of social workers that do case management and individual therapy for social service organizations that, like thinking of things like case management, stuff like that. So, and then a lot of social workers do addiction treatment as well, because they start as like BHTs, behavioral health technicians, and then they'll go to school for social work, get their masters, and then get licensed, and then maybe they'll start doing therapy, and so that's why they're kind of linked in. So I think social workers are kind of the glue for that as well. Then you have ABA and DDD. Now, DDD, from what I understand, they don't have a clinical aspect to it. A lot of it is just like care, like kind of occupational therapist and physical therapist in there all the times. Music therapists are also in there a lot, and but they don't have to have that clinical oversight where there's like a licensed professional overseeing everything, right? You can just start ADDD. You don't need like maybe they need the contract with the nurse, but it's not like addiction treatment where you need a licensed therapist like an LPC or an LCSW or an LMFT to like kind of oversee everything. DDD is different. So that's kind of the unique aspect. And I think that's why there's so many DDD companies, because that's a big cost. What's closely related to that are ABA therapy, which sometimes open like clinics, like ABA, specialized clinics, or ABA specialized like just businesses. And ABA is the treatment for people with autism. So a lot of the times people with autism, if it's severe enough, they'll go to like a DDD day program, or they'll get residential care where they live there and get taken care of. And then there's ABA therapy that like helps them. So it's like they may have somebody come in there, or they may they may see an ABA therapist, something like that. But those two are closely linked because of that connection between autism and then DDD services. So that's kind of like they're like two separate worlds, but they're structured very similar to different levels of care. So I come from the addiction treatment and social service world and ABA therapy world. How are they structured? What is like what's the common culture? ABA is growing a whole lot, and DDD is kind of always growing. So, and then the licensed professionals are different as well. So licensed professionals for ABA are like, I think they're BCBA or something like that. I'm still not like very knowledgeable about it, but one thing that is important is the training for those licensed professionals. Very different from like licensed therapists. Licensed therapists, a lot of psychoeducation, a lot of like I would say it's closer to like psychology and like humanities, whereas the ABA licensed professionals is much more scientific. If that makes sense. I feel like what I've kind of gathered so far is that the personality is a little bit different. They seem to be very scientific in their approach. I would say almost like maybe even see themselves as kind of like scientists in a way, or closer to like maybe like a doctor or a pharmacist or something like that. I don't know how to explain it, but the treatment is just a little bit different. And then what's really interesting is that the DDD side and the ABA side has much more music therapy in it. Yeah, whereas the addiction treatment side doesn't have as much music. It exists, but it's not as common. It's definitely not as common. Whereas over there, it's much more regular. Like it's very just normal. Just like I think the people that get treated in these types of facilities respond really well to music therapy. And then, of course, there's occupational and physical therapists there. That's very common. So those are the types of therapists that you see in those facilities. But I go to these monthly meetings because I'm just trying to learn more things out so that I can identify like where are the pain points, what are the challenges they're having, and then develop some sort of service that can help them. Let's see, what else do I have? And then the bridge networking meeting. So that one, that is behavioral health and addiction treatment world, primarily addiction treatment. So that this bridge networking meeting is really impressive. So some people put it together, and they just are very consistent with advertising it to people. They have 181 guests that they invite. Only 2 said yes. That's crazy. But yeah, 181 guests. So there's 181 people on their mailing list, and they invite all of them. And but honestly, maybe like 40 show up, but that's a good showing. 40 people. It's a monthly meeting, and it's all centered around just connecting people with each other in the behavioral health and addiction treatment world. I think probably some of the bigger names there. Aurora sends some people there. I'm pretty sure. Which Aurora has two facilities in Maricopa County in Phoenix. One's in Glendale, so on the west side, and then one's in Tempe, so like east-ish, not super east. Um, and then another one is Axiom Care. Axiom is really big. Axiom kind of covers from these. Um, so they do really, they're very present. Axiom helps facilitate the meeting, whereas Aurora, I believe, just sends one or two people to attend. Um, Axiom helps coordinate things and invite people, and they've hosted meetings and things like that. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty good. Say it's all the way in Apache Junction though. It's like so far from me. It's like super east side. So I'll do that. I have an individual session this afternoon, and then this evening I'm doing one-on-one mentor hours at Venture Cafe, which is huge. So Venture Cafe, I think people sleep on that too. I think the biggest things people sleep on are, I'll say three things people sleep on. Well, actually two for sure, and then the third I'm like experimenting to see if there's potential. But it's so far it's been hit or miss. The number one thing is a chamber of commerce. People just like don't really go to it at all. I mean, people do, but what you see a lot of are wealth managers, real estate professionals, and then send like just their marketing people. A lot of, and then there's some consultants there and stuff like that. But that one I think has a lot of potential. You just have to go for a long time, like 6 to 9 months before you start to return on that investment. Um, Another one is what was I gonna say? Venture Cafe, which I'm going to tonight. Venture Cafe is really cool. At least the one in Phoenix. I've only been to one because there's not as many venture cafes in every city as there are Chamber of Commerces. Chamber of Commerce, you have one in every single region, like every single region of your city. Like we have Mesa, Glendale, Scottsdale, Phoenix, Tempe, like all these Chamber of Commerces, and they're all like a little bit different. I'm in the Tempe one right now, and then I'm going to join the Southwest Veterans Chamber of Commerce, which is like specific for veterans, and then I'm going to join the Scottsdale Chamber of Commerce, and then kind of just go from there. So I'll be in three, which isn't unusual for like a consultant or like a real estate agent. All these people that are solopreneurs or work in really small teams that sell a service to either wealthy individuals or businesses. You'll see a lot of that there. Venture Cafe is a little different. At least the one in Phoenix is very tech focused. A lot of people that are in tech and web design and AI and and I would say somebody that is an investor should probably go to Venture Cafe in Phoenix. That is probably the place where you'll find startups or people with a little bit of traction that are looking for some money to build some sort of product. Because there's a lot of Venture Cafe was central to AZ Tech Week back in April or March or whenever it was. It was central to that. Yeah, it was in April. Venture Cafe was like all over the place, and it was marketing it really hard because it's just very tech focused. There's a lot of tech people there, but Venture Cafe is cool because it's a place for people to just learn and grow, and they host learning events every single week. They're well attended. They have multiple classes going on at the same time, and they have like rooms that are set up where people like subject matter experts will go into those rooms and just kind of give you advice. It's hit or miss in terms of like whether it's useful or not, or whether the person is really like knowledgeable or not. Because where they win is consistency. They consistently fill those rooms with subject matter experts. So as you say, like experts, because sometimes they're not really that expert. They consistently fill those rooms, and yeah, and they do it weekly. And that's the thing I say, like you can kind of get on a sort of battle rhythm with Venture Cafe because it's the same time, the same day, every single week. Whereas Chamber of Commerce is like, they're just like kind of fitting it in when they can. Yeah, that's what it seems like, at least. It's kind of all over the place, And I would say like it's good to join one and then try to attend other events as like a guest. But the problem with that is that they only let you come to so many before they make you pay, I think. And I don't want to pay to be a part of every single chamber. I just want to like go. But The third thing that I was going to say, so the number one is Chamber of Commerce, number two is Venture Cafe. The third thing is like part of the chamber, but I feel like it's different, are ribbon cuttings that the chamber hosts. So ribbon cuttings are basically whenever a business has something that's happening, either they open up a new branch or maybe they have a new like VP or another key exec or some type of deal going on, they'll do a ribbon cutting. The chamber hosts it. They'll bring out an actual ribbon. They'll cut it with big scissors. People will kind of say speeches or talk about it. They'll have deals for for people to come in. Maybe they'll get a free service or like a 50% discount or something like that. They promote it. It's really good. It gives you like a lot of like photo. It gives them like opportunities to have like photo shoots and things like that, which they can put on their website, which helps. So with that, it's just a marketing tool that people use, but other business owners come sometimes. The chamber will be really well represented, but sometimes other businesses will come just to support. I always come there, I don't always, but I've been coming to ribbon cuttings just to kind of check them out because I believe it might be another networking opportunity. I guess the problem with it is that if you happen to talk to another chamber member, they're just going to try to get you to join the chamber if you're not already a member. Now, you could just lie and say, yeah, I'm a member. It's kind of messed up, but I don't think they would like pull out their books and check. And there's so many people in the Chamber of Commerce. There's like 600 members, 500 members like per chamber. Even in small towns, it's a bunch. Like all the businesses just join it just to be a part of it. That I don't even think they'd be able to like really check. Like I think you'd probably get away with it, so that they're not like trying to sell you, because that's annoying. I went to a Chandler chamber ribbon cutting, and I was just talking to them, and then they started trying to sell me on the chamber, and I was like, leave me alone. But anyway, tonight I'll be doing a mentor hour at Venture Cafe, so that'll be cool. So 4:30 p.m. Cool. All right. So that's 3. In my thing, I have kind of priorities. Doing my schedule. There you go. No, but in my journal, I have my priority. I have all my to-dos, and then I have my gratitude, which I've done. Then I have my vision for the day. The vision is the version of you that succeeds is not more talented. They are more consistent. That's good. I'm watching a lot of videos about consistency. And then my 3 most important things: daily scorecard, mentor, and then the 3 p.m. Yeah. One thing that I'm getting into now is what's it called? Toastmasters. So more to follow about that. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I have my daily scorecard, which is really important, but I'm going to be driving back from that. I'm going to do this at 3. Yeah, today's a crazy day for sure. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to do most of my scorecard today. It's going to be really hard. I'm going to do what I can with it, but it's going to be tough. I think that's all for now. The video making. So in this stream, that was 1 hour and 25 minutes. Boom. And then I'll end this stream. That was